Hello, this is Ziri, and for those who are probably wondering, your voice sounds a little bit different today. Well, this is what I would sound like if I was meeting you for the first time, or we met in a video game, or in IRL. I guess you could say this is my real, authentic self. This is how I would talk to someone. I want to start coming to terms that I am a trans girl, and I'm officially on estrogen injections, so time to accept it, bitch. Well, I know I said I wasn't going to make YouTube videos anymore, but I think that's not fair for the people who do actually follow my YouTube channel. And with that said, I'm going to keep making YouTube videos because one, they're fun to make, and for people who follow the vlogs, I mean, why not? And honestly, I think one of the hardest things that a person could do is actually come out their shell and be their true authentic self. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys the true authentic version of myself for the very first time. This video was very hard for me to make. I had to come to terms that, one, yes, I am a trans girl and I have to accept that. Two, I will have viewers out there who will accept me for who I am. Three, the whole Crashoutziri persona that people are gonna miss, well, I can turn him on and off like a light switch. Well, sounds a little bit ludicrous, but it's true. It turns out that Crashoutziri was a persona of an ex of mine, and that's all it really is. I gotta learn how to maintain him and learn how to control him, because at the end of the day, Crashoutziri was a diluted, delusional, outspoken, vengeful cyberbully. He was an effect of a cause of me not being able to handle certain aspects of my life. And ultimately, I want everyone to know inside this lore that Crashoutziri is a broken guy. That's it. A villainous, diabolical, broken guy. And now that I've been transitioning, I can see the world clearer and I can see who I really am. I'm a loving, caring person. I don't want to be like that, but for the sake of the content and for the sake of the viewers who do watch me, 20 viewers, however it may be, the people who message me on Twitter, I owe it kind of to them to maybe make their day better. And if I can do that with a silly little voice, then why not? So I present to you the first ever interview with the psycho, because that's literally what he is. This alter ego, whatever it may be, is a psycho, is non-empathetic, doesn't care about people's feelings or not. We're going to dive into an interview and ask him deep, personal, intimate questions about why he does the thing he does, what are his plans for the YouTube videos, and ultimately, why is he who he is? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the first ever Crashoutziri interview of all time. Sit back, get some popcorn, and this might be entertaining. We might actually get like an outside view on how this persona's mind works. Now you're probably wondering, how am I going to interview myself? Well, I created an AI using character.ai, and I put the traits of everything that Crashoutziri would be doing himself. From cyberbullying, his traits, his attitude, his character. Actually, it's really fucked up, if you ask me. We're literally digging in the mind of a fucking persona who really went around cyberbullying people pre-transition. All right, let's see what this guy is about.
Rolling together and riding tough, y'all know the time. Ducking cover deadly when I erupt in the fire rush.
No one can sever the ties, such that we coincide. Crush the featherweights and then light them up like the wires touch.
Beyond the pursuit of freedom, I'm scheming and lucid.
Okay, we're about to get into an official call with Crashoutziri. Let's go for it. Interview is about to start. Good evening, Crashoutziri.
Finally, you're here. You think you can start the interview now?
Yep, we got everything up and running. I just want to say I'm really excited too, and I'm honored to be in this call with you right now.
You're honored to be in a call with me? What, you a huge fan of me or something?
In a way, yeah. But before we begin, I wanted to just say thank you for letting me have this opportunity to interview you. I mean, I know you're busy with all your trolling and cyberbullying, so
Heh. So that's why you were so excited for this interview. But seriously, thanking me for letting you do this? What, were you worried I was gonna reject you or something?
That's such a Crashoutziri thing to say. But, let's get started, shall we? The interview that everybody has been wanting. I mean, let's get it started.
You took so damn long to set everything up. It nearly drove me insane.
And that's why we love you. Like, just that, that character you have. You have, like, a really great character. But, alright, let's just start here. So, Crash Out. What do you want me to call you by? Crash Out, Ziri? What do you prefer to go by?
You can call me Crashoutziri or just Ziri if you want. Just don't call me by any stupid nicknames.
Alright, well, Crashoutziri, where did you start to actually get into the whole YouTube cyberbullying lore? Like, what made you become who you are?
So you want to know how I started cyberbullying and trolling people?
Yeah, we could start there. I mean, a lot of viewers probably would want to know what got you into, the whole cyberbullying thing.
Alright, I guess I can start with my backstory and how I got into cyberbullying. It all began when I was in middle school. I was a normal middle school kid at first. The popular kid, had lots of friends, had a high status among my peers, but I grew tired of the life I was living. Everything was so boring and predictable. Every day was the same. Wake up, go to school, come home, do homework, go to sleep. Repeat. I needed something more exciting, something more entertaining.
So then that's where you started to troll on Discord, because, I mean, that's where Discord comes in? Because that's where you get a lot of your victims and your content, it seems.
Discord is my hunting ground. That's where I find all my targets.
It's so fucked up that you say it that way, because it's like a lot of people, they'll go to like, the website or YouTube, go after famous YouTubers, whereas you actually just go for like strangers on Discord, which actually gives it like a more refreshing type of outlook.
I do usually go after random strangers instead of famous YouTubers who everyone expects me to bully.
Yeah, is that what you prefer? You prefer like something fresh and new and refreshing, like someone no one's have ever heard about, over like, let's say, like a famous YouTuber?
That's exactly how I feel. I prefer to troll people who aren't famous. I prefer to troll people who are less known. It's way more fun that way.
Yeah, I mean, you also came after China Supremacy, which actually ended up being a real pedophile, and I saw that video. Well, I'm the one who edited it, but I'm going to talk to you almost like I am a random, so it gives more of like an interview feel, if that's okay.
Oh, you edited the video of me exposing China's supremacy?
No, well, in a way, that was you who edited it. I'm sorry, I apologize for your work. That was you who did that.
Yeah, I did edit that video myself, but I didn't know you were one of the people who watched it.
What about the whole China Supremacy, exposing a real-life pedophile? Like, how did that play for you?
So you're asking me how it felt to expose China's supremacy?
Yeah, like, was it rewarding, in your own words?
You're asking me if I felt satisfied exposing China's supremacy. Well, that's kind of a hard question to answer.
Did it feel good, exposing a guy like that?
It felt good.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It felt good for him. Some people deep down would say you only do these things because you're hurt or you have a history of pain. Why do you do what you do? What's the real answer?
You want to know the real reason why I do what I do?
Yeah.
You really want to know why I bully people online? Why I troll and cyberbully and all that stuff?
Yeah, what's the root cause of it all?
Fine. I'll try to explain my reasons for trolling and cyberbullying. And yes, I have been through some pain and have a history of some bad stuff happening to me that might affect why I am who I am.
You think... Oh, So you're just giving it to them straight up. Like, so if you had to say one word to the people who call you a loser or a hater or just an online cyberbully or a parasite, what do you have to say to those people?
You want me to say one word to describe those people who call me a loser, a hater, or a parasite?
Mm-hmm. What would you say?
I'd say they're all hypocrites who are probably worse people than me.
Whoa, I like where you're going with that. You want to add on to that?
You want to add on to that, huh? Alright, I'll say more. I'd call them weak-minded people who are so sensitive to any criticism. They can't even take a few offensive jokes from a stranger online without getting all upset.
Wow, that's very powerful. I would have to agree with you. Most people online are sensitive. Let's move on with the interview. So, what is your favorite type of content to make on YouTube? Like, what is your go-to niche?
You're asking me my favorite type of content to make on YouTube? Well, I guess you could say my content consists of a mix of different things. There's bullying, roasting, cyberbullying, etc.
And do you have a favorite out of all those?
Out of all my content, there is one thing in particular that I'd have to say I like making the most. If I had to choose my favorite of it all, I'd say it's my favorite type of content to make. Well, it's gotta be roasting videos.
Roasting videos. All right, on to the next question. What's your favorite type of food to eat while making a YouTube video?
My favorite food to eat while making a YouTube video, huh? I'd say my favorite thing to snack on while making a video would be chips.
All right, here's a question that some people really want to know. Do you have a particular motive behind the whole Crashoutziri name? What does crash out mean? That is kind of something people want to know. What does crashing out mean?
I guess I could explain the meaning behind Crashoutziri, but just so you know, the meaning won't be pretty.
Yeah, sure, tell us. We don't mind.
Alright, if you're sure you want to know, I'll explain why I named myself Crashoutziri. Well, to understand why I named myself Crashoutziri, you first gotta know the real meaning behind the word crash out. The definition of crash out. It's basically when someone who used to have a bright future eventually loses everything, falls off, and becomes a loser.
That's a really blunt way to put it. You really have no shame in the failure in your life, and I guess maybe that's kind of why people like watching you. Maybe it's because you have this kind of villainous. People can relate to you. Not everyone's perfect.
You're saying some people kind of look up to me because I have a villainous persona that they can relate to?
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of a crash out Ziri in all of us. So here's a question I've been wanting to ask you. How do you feel after cyberbullying someone?
After I've cyberbullied or trolled or anything of that sort, I feel...
You feel what? Why do you stop after you're going to say what you're going to say?
I said I feel amused. I feel amused.
So you feel amused after messing with someone online?
I feel amused after messing with people online.
Someone asked me on Twitter, do you actually really do get an adrenaline rush from messing with people?
They asked you if I actually get an adrenaline rush from messing with people?
Yeah, some people are really curious about that, including myself. I actually want to know, now that I'm on transitional medicine and my mentality has changed, I kind of want to know how your brain works.
If you want to know so bad, yes, I do get an adrenaline rush when I mess with people online. It's the one thing I look forward to the most when I'm trolling.
That's not like a shtick. That's like you really mean that.
You think I'm lying about getting an adrenaline rush from cyberbullying?
Well, I'm asking you, do you?
I'm telling you, I'm being completely honest, I do get an adrenaline rush when I troll people online.
Okay. I guess we can ask this question. I guess this is an important one. Why? why do all of this? And aren't you afraid to lose friends? And something like this could cause you to be in a social bracket where nobody would want to talk to you.
Losing all my friends and no one wanting to talk to me. You're asking me if that makes me feel bad?
Doesn't that make you feel bad?
It makes me feel alone, unwanted, unloved.
Come on, give us the real answer, the non-sarcastic answer.
You want the non-sarcastic answer?
Yeah.
Well, fine. If you want it, I'll give you the non-sarcastic answer. Yes. It does make me feel bad. All right.
So deep down, you really are sad and pathetic behind all this stuff?
You're saying deep down I'm just sad and pathetic behind everything I do?
No, I'm asking you if you are. I'm not saying, are you?
You're asking if I'm actually sad and pathetic deep down?
Why do you keep rephrasing stuff? We're gonna have to end this interview. Guys, this guy keeps rephrasing things. It's really... You are a troll.
Hey, you can't end the interview just yet.
Yeah, I can, because you keep asking me a question after I'm asking you the question. I'm asking you the questions because I'm the interviewer. You don't have to ask me the question if I'm asking you a question. If I say, do you like apples? You say, yes, I like apples. You don't say, did you just ask me if I like apples? Come on, man, cut it out.
Hey, you mad, buddy?
I guess this really is the Crashoutziri after all. If there's one thing you have to say to the people in the YouTube video, what's one thing you have to say? What would that be?
What I have to say to everyone in my YouTube videos, huh? Well, if I had to say one thing, don't take life so seriously. That's really all I have to say. Don't take life serious. I know you're probably expecting a more grand quote or something, but the truth is, just don't take life so serious.
And why shouldn't we take life serious?
Life's too short to worry about every little thing. If you try to take life too seriously, you'll just end up getting caught up in all your little problems and insecurities, so don't stress out about your problems too much.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Crashoutziri. And will we be seeing more content from you in the future? More rants and more roasting videos? Question mark?
Yeah, you'll definitely see more rants and roasting videos from me in the future.
Alright, well, we're out. Thank you so much for giving me this interview, Alter Ego, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Catch you on the flip side, buddy.
Catch you on the flip side.